What's going on, guys? It's Shay and we are back here again with another video. Today we're going to be returning to Roblox, returning to school bus simulator STARLINE, owned by STARLINE Bus Services. I recently just published new buses to the game. I did say 4 new buses were coming when I dropped my Easter update, so 2 of which have just been released. The other 2 are coming very soon. The 2 that just released are the 2004 first generation ICCE, and then the other is a 2004 Thomas FS65. I put them both in a Game Pass, priced at $3.99, and I called it the Retro Pack. I don't know why I went with retro. I don't know. It kind of, I think it's more appealing to the average player than, most bus enthusiasts. They see retro pack and they think, oh, okay, these are older buses. So that's kind of why I went with that name. So, if you buy the pass, like I said, it's $3.99. You should actually everybody will be able to see this page here, the retro pack. However, if you don't own it, you won't be able to spawn it in. If you do, you'll be able to spawn it in. And we'll showcase both of these buses today. But first, I want to let you guys know. Please join the group if you guys are not already in it. Um, Most of you who play this game probably are in it because you do need to be in the group to access the spawner. We are almost at 7,000 group members, which is crazy. We're almost like 100 away. When I hit 7,000, we are going to be doing another Roblox giveaway in the Discord server. So be sure. I'm going to let you guys know you do have to be in the group. Okay. I had to re-roll my last one because people weren't in the group. So um, join now while you can. Yeah, so let's go ahead and review these 2 buses. Like I said, the only thing we've updated was these buses. I'm still working on the farm area. Um, and like I said, those other 2 buses. And then after those, so those next 2 buses are also going to be in a Game Pass, just letting you guys know now. However, every bus after that I add should be free. There might be a few more Game Pass buses, I'm not too sure, but um, a lot of the other Huxley buses that Huxley has to offer are probably going to be free. So just be on the lookout for that. That's going to make me have to expand our lot here. We're probably going to have 2 lots. So be on the lookout for that. Actually, I did move some things around. So the retro pack buses will spawn on this side. The CE will spawn over on that side with the HDX now. So that was the only other change. So let's go ahead and spawn in the FS65. This is the stock version without cosmetics. Okay. I just want to let you guys know what it looks like. In my opinion, I think it looks a lot better with the cosmetics, so we will be driving it with the cosmetics here in a second. But here it is. It's pretty much stock for the most part. Um, in fact, I think it's actually completely stock. So even the sounds, I am trying to find better sounds. Um, but yeah, there's that. So we are actually gonna spawn it in with all of the cosmetics here because I think it looks better with like the yellow rub rails. So I also gave it a faded look. You'll notice it is a more faded yellow, other than the other buses. The other buses have a bit of a brighter yellow. Since this is a 2004, I kind of wanted to give it an older look. So it's got a bit of a faded paint on it. Here's the interior. Now, the one thing I did change, it is not completely stock. Like I said, it's for the most part, it's stock. Um, the gauge cluster is totally different. The stock gauge cluster that comes in the Huxley FS65 is not very cool. And I noticed a lot of the earlier FS65s have like this, I guess it'd be older because they stopped making them around 2000. I don't know when the last one was, but they have this sort of gauge cluster, and we'll go ahead and start the bus. And I'm like, where did I see this gauge cluster before? Because I couldn't find it for like the longest time. I'm like, wait a minute, the stock C2 has this gauge cluster. So I swapped out the other one with this one, and this one's just much better. It looks more accurate. I don't know why they put the other one on there. Because it's missing all the fuel gauges, the trans, the water meter there, and the air and stuff. I also put the that radio in there as well, along with the AC controls right there. So, but the cool thing is, if you turn on the lights in here also turn on. So I thought that was pretty cool. I tried to do that for all my buses in this game, like the HDX and the C2, of course. The headlights are a bit older. You know, they got that yellow tint to them. So we will go ahead and drive this around a little bit. It does have a working shifter, as you can see down there. Whoa, horrible turning. Now, another thing I wanted to do, and this might be a cosmetic option in the future, have the, you know, the arrows that go on the turn signals. I might make that a cosmetic option. Let me know what you guys think, because I feel like they would definitely be on a bus like this. So also, why is the turning is like quite bad on this bus? I might have to edit that. Yeah, it's actually pretty bad. But these buses should have like the updated mobile controls and the yeah, probably just the updated mobile controls. It doesn't have the strobing lights. I made sure to not have those because I think those are more of a new thing, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Don't worry, we will drive the first gen as well. Yeah, horrible braking as well. So yeah, no, I try to give it as realistic as possible. Not really though. This is the stock like braking and turning, so I might actually have to tweak that a little bit. I did lower the weight on it though because it was insane. I think it was like 18,000 when it really needs to be like 9,000. It's like, what? Yeah, I think it's a really cool looking bus. I know a lot of people were looking forward to seeing this in the game. I know a lot of people are probably upset that it is a Game Pass, but you have to understand, I paid for this bus in the first gen alone. I paid over 10,000 Robux for, and I'm only pricing it $399. Okay, you're getting both for $399. And to be honest with you, I think that's cheaper than a lot of other simulators. Bus simulators have, you know, because the FS65, at least the Huxley version, you can't really play any. You know, you can't really. I think it's pretty much a Game Pass almost in almost every game. I don't know if there's a free game a game that has this bus for free. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. I know some ones that have the Gen X. But yeah. So there's that. Same with the first gen. Not too many games have the first gen, I notice. We'll spawn it in without the cosmetics. As it loads in here. Here it is. Pretty stock as well. Actually, this one is a lot more stock than the other one. A lot of people like to give me crap about having a game with stock Huxu buses. I mean, if you don't have a game that's popping like mine, then you really have a voice, to be honest with. I mean, you have a voice, but I mean, it's not a loud one. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be talking. So, all right. So here it is. Well, actually, I want to spawn it in with the cosmetics as well. Just for those of you who actually own the cosmetics Game Pass, which recently became my most bought Game Pass. It was the CB radio. Now it's the cosmetics. So huge shout out to GTS. That they give me some money, which I paid over what 1,200 Robux for their advanced spawner, which was definitely worth it. Though, so I'm not complaining. Now the sound on this bus, I'm not happy with. If you hear the idle sound, you can actually hear the loop, which is not very good. So yeah. But what's cool about this bus is it does have the working amber indicator inside, along with the red, as you can see right there. I thought that's pretty cool. And these do have strobing stoplights for some reason. I don't know if I did that on purpose or if that might just be stock. I don't know. Okay. Here we go. This is a bus I wanted in my game for a while as well. Like I said, not too many games have this bus. I don't know why. It's a really cool bus. In fact, they are actually outdated though. I don't even think it's Hux 5, to be honest with you. I could be wrong. Probably am wrong. I don't know. It's just not an updated. You know, I know they keep up with like the Vision and the CE because that's, you know, the popular buses, but I don't know when the last time this was edited. So that's why. But it also has the working shifter, as you can see. Working speedometer, of course. Horrible braking as well. But yeah, I definitely want to look into getting the arrows for the turn signals. I don't know if anybody, I'm sure somebody sells those. If not, I could honestly probably make it in Blender. That's literally not that hard. It's literally just arrows. It's like a cover that has an arrow. All I gotta do is put the cover on it and it just looks like it's an arrow, but you know, it's kind of cool. Okay, and then we'll just go ahead and drive back to the lot. You know, it's not a very long video, nothing too special. Just 2 new buses, that's all. But yeah, I definitely want to get some updated sounds on these buses for sure. I couldn't find any nice ones, but I don't know. I'll have to do a little more digging. Anyway, yeah, like I said, $3.99. You can get both these buses. They're always subject to be updated, so don't think, you know, what you're buying is the final product. Obviously, they could be improved, of course. You know, if I get any suggestions down below, I could definitely improve these 2 buses. So let me know what you guys think. Are you guys gonna buy this? I don't know. Let me know. If you guys do wish to play this game yourself, whoa, that was a huge jump. Let me know, or don't let me know. Just click the link in the description. That's all you have to do. Like I said, join the group as well. We are almost at 7,000, which is insane. I cannot believe it. Anyway, if you guys like the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.